So today we're going to build a PVC Viperia vivarium. We're going to start with our base. So our base has a big thick track running along the front and a thin track running along the back. So we've got a thin, about a finger's width, and then a thick track, I'd say about 2 fingers widths. Front, back. We are going to apply some CT1, which is a sealant. So now I'm just going to apply some sealant along my track. Next, I'm going to take my back panel and slide that into the groove. Try and make sure that it stays flush. Give it a little bit of a push down. Let it feel contact with that sealant. Next, we're going to do the front of our enclosure. Again, like before, place that into our front track with the logo facing outwards and make sure that that stays lined up. Just going to give that something to lean against. Now we're going to add one of our walls, and just like before, we have a really thick track and a thin track. This is so on the side, it's going to grab the sides of both the back and the front. The thick part is going to go around this thick front, the thin part is going to go around the thin back. It's going to attach like so. There we go. Make sure we're gripping in that channel. Do the same for the back. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. Right, so just going to line up the front. It really helps to grab the frame here and pinch like a clamp using your hand. Pinch that on nicely. Then, after we've been given the support by the front, we can then do the back. Push that in. Now that that's stable and starting to cure, let's move on to our screws. And what you're going to see are screw holes where the side wall will attach into the front panel. What we're going to do is ever so slowly screw in our screws. And then go and do this on all the screws on the side panels. And what I'm going to do now is tackle the holes on the bottom of the side here and all the holes along the bottom of the frame. And I'm going to do this for this side underneath and then flip it and do the other side. After the screws are in, we're going to apply our lid. So it just goes on top and it will grip the front and the back quite nicely. Just spend some time wiggling it, getting it to slide down over the front panel and the back panel. Now the reason I said don't silicone the top half is because although mine is screen top, yours might be solid. And if you ever want to change your lighting, you're going to have to take your entire lid off, and it's much easier to do that if it isn't siliconed. And the last thing to do is put screws into all of the holes across the top of the lid. My drill died, so we're going to be doing it manually. Now it's such a soft material that it's easy to do by hand regardless. Once you've screwed on your lid, it's time to put the glass in. Place it up into your track. Put it along the bottom. Drop it in. There's our back one, and then our second one. Slide it up, drop it in. Nice.